Ediba RAZ Media GH. So Bushia Ajebo Wajano Ayeden Abba Wababitru. Niyan said Prophet Smart Sarpong, one of the astute political election researcher, our credited enough, our trustable enough. Ewo abatuo eposo. Niyan said Papa we 2016 oye post survey before 2016 election. I actually said Nana Danko Akufo-Addo is going to win the election one touch. Ebamu percentage of the buyer Nina Ebamu. One fancy wa 2020 or so the post for a buy. Post no the buyer no so yeto abani wie no na edam pepepe. Say Nanado awene. Enyo no nko or the even constituency elections are between the MPs na meka the MP elections no eno so papa di buy yekika bomu na edam pe kenkran. And see why even internal elections are the appointed chairman of a party and also the secretary of a party MPPDA sabio papa a survey at the babon say yemia or Kodia Justin Kodia can say JFK ebenwene ampaso yede bae na JFK awene against the former secretary of the MPP party ononso free Kumasi anche NHA yekoye MPP internal election for the chairmanship race ewo Asante region and also Koka ene sabio chama utumi di kosi ani and also no papa yi the research ene ni post ba bonte beka ekire MPP fo nyina a omo Asante region say we den a chairman wontumi ebe wene with the percentage yeto abani wie na edam na we mu na papa we ne ode the last survey, the last post before the election 2024 abeto abonten na eneme wom ni nyina na all positive for the Osono Amanyuku Kokoroko no na ensem no do so ntime mpese meje ne nsem ayeden aka yese enyum eda yegine woni wuranum entie nko tie ensem a Prof Smart Sarpong ede begu abonten efa who is going to win these elections ahead of us. Nko tie but homo den say obe like video no na subscribe to the channel yeba to aso
24 any kind in the business Australia we say 25 or 26 days away from election 2020. The political discourse, the temple, political pundits, candidates of Foka, and 2024 day, and Sayaba, and the better Prof.
Yes, sir. I hear about Adumo Namuswe.
Chairman say, and a Prof. Bana, what you turn over. Oh man, yeah. BBSC in the run of 2024 ain't different from that of 2020 and even 2016.
Well,
yeah.
Minia Ohineba na next year do. Me mo achibio. Eba adehye ne abusuafo a yehwe ye free echichiri ne bench nyina so eba mo achi. E wogide se na minti obia hoye. Nyame adom se ne awobisa ye no. Ye politics ade ye no brebi atwam no. Ensesa bebre abemu. Nyame anim ni this is the very fair best side issues. Eba ya battle mu bia no. Na se wo mu akakoye odd. Akoye se wo kra no na se uni ase bia aka. Ama issues no adominate. Maybe atwam na what we call the People's Manifesto. People's Manifesto ni apart from the actual book ni mu no. Then na be so bia original kwancha ya obetimi aka ache say openi we ba so be say openi we ba so be say. That is the People's Manifesto, the ones that can easily be said on the mouth. And nei afani nyina timo say obia betimi aka bia ache say openi we so ba obewa be say. we say oba be say emom no ma menyina so nka se we bia ayo nwanwa say bia opposition ekeka nsem gu aban yeso no na yes also politics no onya ase saa na ese ba no opposition de so okeka bigu aban ne so saa na ese oye no in fact wan ka bi kura na tese onye na aju so pepa wa aba ne nokure ne ntro ne nyina ese oka bi na we party in government in so now you communicator na say one so ya aban na wo kasa also we no say adaje de ka oni ma pa also why ye dia boa because intimi mother say aban bi abetina so say bi onya de pa ba kokora emfa mo ane mai how much more we a lot to say ya onka enti the campaign message in the man so say na say kwa na ekodo I just say wa wonti ase obi say me ba na me tie dem pedi for ba go say ya na onko no mutio because omukotie the to baby ada opposition no ma enye so ma wakuma how because saa na say ba no enu na me platform bi so ana ebinu mo keka bi enai obehwe no we kwan no wakwakoye ne statue na ye mpanimfo pa and I thought say at a place like this there say we are factually correct,
yeah,
and so even there obi atoto gbengum ni asere na meka say fine sa na wu hu no but what meka sa na hu no bi say na also Prof so hu ni say and I'm so media I just don't want to stretch the matter until I'm say sa na nipa ko hu no but here our platforms will be anim say ahemfo a ewo upper discof and na say omu ye bibi di ahye omampani abona baso aso de hye na nyam asede anybody why no platforms are onim way and na ba ko ba say Jerry John Rawlings obi yes at the university to no o ka say there bi enti nanke say na rado so ka say there bi and I'm so and I was, so on this platform you want us to conclude that Jerry John Rawlings is the standard. Is Jerry John Rawlings the standard? If you not platform this why you did, and I'm so okay fine. Maybe I thought say me comfortable on this platform because people here there should be factually accurate. But I mean we can drop it and then we'll be unconquered unless politics and can be any same way there and can find kutri metri. Inti issues ni dominate. We be a best or the change issues ni bebem bi ano appear odd. Yeah. But there also I say a bibe remuni ade. And I buy bia so ni hon mo benya bibia correct. E bia na on some other aspects of the economy and as a different other sectors of adino na challenges about you must admit as a government na allow the opposition so muso fambo wachi na mumu no opposition so fine this request I'm not sure they will do but someone also at a point also timothy break kase hadie ye bona baso because our cluster schools na Penifonic Wasem no anybody say about 80 of them is going to be commissioned around the same time 80 that's a sabio when who achievement who at least obi so any achievement and education no muka kan say ani ade no me mum de my position on this education matter meaning sabaka choda ye no mo aye ka fie tina fie pen no I drop it out of school for 4 years pen no I still no munya ni free ko ya umondo of that ye ka ya umunti ase aha sabe na me moye obi oni minim se na me moye made say mark no mum cheba dem kora be masem na make class 1 class 2 class 3 asem na make kan no munim se na me moye enso metina fie bire bia na mum sam mum di machi no na mu ko school na obi abana ni outing dress she no na abi school no bag bu machi na pa na mete ho kwa dopa edwaya na mo se etwabi matwadwa ejapan Mr. Damuatra tasu ye di akodo fu adopa ni ade pe twehire ni nema ose kroposa na making ya iri nyina bi asipen e na nyame adom ebe bi ba ya yetimisa ya chiko school na kasa abre no dan kasa hihye bi sei wo hono mu a senka enye ne se metina fie 4 years na mekoya oba e na nyame anfafi anka oba ti fie 4 years wo fu se nyane da cha na ebi anka be bi be chi na se na mana na bibi ana bibi santi ye ka at a point as it me tree break Netimika say okay fine abandon
yeah
and now about health na health there and so to me see prego because na we there but kotie other stations ni na me utia me yemi so
bibia nko
hey akwese jama from start to finish
bibia nye
hey yo anybody anyway but as a person I mean I am a political coach so I understand maybe sharing this in your metro how to bash and bash more baby maka minya hu ni ye na wo bisa me therefore because after wakeka say nema we say we nkoye no
then na we are
so to me dey to aso say ntime no me ba na pe ma me ma mu clue baako the opposition if they are listening one clue things and kebebo mo pa because of research amaye me conclude everything today one thing appear business districts no the core business districts are in Ghana has say no ubenya sube ne swami enya okakwe no mo ne nkran so de no aboso kan no so business districts no
makola
no within the business districts. If they are listening to me, the clue is that there is no clear response to the issues of importation need duties at the port. No flat rate as espoused by Dr.
Bawumia.
And they are big.
And those business districts no the flat rate.
I am saying it on authority. I am saying it on authority. So it is a clue. It's a clue. Meaning I've not read the party manifestos. I mean, Chadan kind. Bibi sa wo mu amuso mu wo bibi. E de ma adwadifo mu kra niema. Adwadifo no nte mo de. Niamo ka no omunim. Challenges I report omunim. And a solution na obi dia ba say oba obeye no. Enie. Udie way. I have it's a clue. I mean, I'm not seriously, I've not read the manifesto to me. You say woman name. You say woman. The essence is not say obechu bibi na we book ni mo bi animu. Mama enkofo hu ni amoso mo beye. Along with other things. Enema bo ayede. Na dokunu 1 cedi, sisi 5 cedi. Die. Entino obeye ho die. That part is missing.
Ghana frontier.
Be free say akosai. We have to know.
So o say e was ra.
Sir.
Obey then na dey abafom.
I mean, as part of it, I'm saying this because this year's election has been a lot of issues based. But the issues are not issues that we know. Men can't try and say, "Oh my day, and young kwana atiha." Yenina yet mubi. Sisi aye kwa ye nimu no. Ye penua eho anu ye. Eho anu ye no wo de way. Enye kufo time na 1 cedi. Many time na 5 cedi. We time because 7 cedi. So what are you saying? Saying. But with the clue nam the amount who hear me pass
districts.
Go to ACCRA, the business districts no. And I've covered the entire country. All the business districts are importation who hear I am telling you said they are active pa first obisa obeba or the flat rate beba obi minimum bi akachire me enu ankomo aye de WhatsApp so minimum bi anka so to enema free nkran Dubai
so try
oni Dubai ni nkomo ni nyina asia Dubai ni o enu amantonka oso o mi antwa ma enu January say flat rate ni ba ya shepe it is forming the minds of people in the business
and that person will vote for those of the flat rate ni baba
enti ekoya gra sa ma woni alternative via the business for na and this is a free advice based on maybe may visit to the business districts. But in conclusion, I am happy say I feel elections are issue based.
Okay.
More of issue based. I'm saying change how baby na but I know the bit me the chair amanako near day. As we are emotions so we are emotions yet dead yet kosi say eba ko wie kokromoti no.
Okay.
And no na ebeshe your man phone cry say mu fanya adwuma na ye hu say ne ebeko
18,774,159 and a total number of valid voters.
Yeah.
Is in say omunya total number of voters on the biometric register no 18,811.
Yeah.
Total number of special voters 131,478. Total number without biometric data 1,870. Total number of voters on exceptions list 33,352. Voters on multiple list 26,569. Voters on proxy list 2,141. Transferred voters 310,579. NFA absent voters 441,173. Number 1, voters on biometric register. Voters on biometric register refer to voters who will be biometrically verified on election day. Special voters refer to voters who have special duties on election day and for that reason are allowed by law to vote earlier than the election day. They include security agencies, media personnel, and EC officials. Voters without biometric data refers to voters who registered but whose biometric data got corrupted for one reason or other. They will be manually verified on election day. The total number of valid voters for the 2024 general election is 18,774,159. Enipa way and a prof. Umo Ekwakotoba Namia Duma 7 December 2024.
Good.
Kono dia we de ni ushimo wa ye no. Ye hwese o hwese mu pe ebupen be say and like zobit me pie abetoba.
Well, enti me sab asemna no me bi atwam. Na me gina I'm expecting not less than 79% turnout this year.
79% of the 18 million
of the 18
774,000.
Absolutely.
And over.
Absolutely. Nyame adomo a enkosi enanyume no cha no pa no. Me wind up all my the ACCRA constituencies ni bia ba estimates. In fact me wo but me validation severally because they be other
you want to be sure
me person me nyame niema right before I come out nti ene most of the areas around Greater Accra will be concluded.
Okay.
Obom Domia Bra will be concluded. Sege Ada will be concluded. Ningo Pram will be concluded. Shao Sudoku Edeba down. In fact, center of Accra and some American business areas Nina there has been covered. In Tiaka peripherals no.
Yeah.
Peripherals no. Ashama was done last week. Tiniaka and Yame Bobosui. Then I said we can estimate 79% in the one. Yami Aduma metimede at 20, but for now
79% voter turnout.
If I be na ya first one estimate obedi ka be sani pa 2020 mutuaba na when you say estimate no ho now they akwa benchmark the turnout for the last time no be say this time umbetuaba no ana then you weigh the variation that you can based on interval better umutuaba 2020 and 2020 turnout no mu who the error associated with what they have said. Now they just estimate the estimate, but I'm sure say senior a tier and a better.
All right.
Good. And the issue of rejected ballots and the FA one monsoa omutu abanoa mukotu baako no meja baako no and so
presidential
parliamentary in fact I do one to parliamentary no meja presidential and we turn out no I na usually presidential turn out no I never for parliamentary turn out to I was say presidential then those are things that say yehweda yema edition na sa de chair koso na omuhu senia ehia so better both presidential and parliamentary. Na Mr. Nkanka ho say in terms of turnout no it appears say ya na esuho for no ta to abasin ye no ma ye wase ha
the northern part
the turnout no was so e be no cross 90%. Yeah Pusiga did about 93%.
Wow, 2020.
Yeah, 2020. Now I say for Western for 70%, even quite 41%. 41% turnout. There's overall for Western region is like 72%, 73% turnout. I've been more over 90, 89, 86% turnout.
Consoles be to about 41%.
In fact, the machine remember all those breakdown. Not issues were
voter register no 41% and a quote
we are 60%.
60%.
That
is not good.
I will get those figures for you once I have my the better screen technical for no
sorted it out
and you know that is what it is now. As a technical for no be resolve bibiano me person e be free baby a free ba
yes
last elections no na ye the aba into 2024 say etimi ayo adwuma na okay, that's fine. So
in the next 5-10 minutes, Professor Sarpong and Atrasino, whatever he has on his laptop is shareable. The underlying word is shareable. The ordinary share, a bit sensitive that obekipi, but they also share with the public. We will project it on the screen. Na mososo mono enkoma yenino edino. And the next, let me say one hour there. Yenina na tianuma yedin komo on election 2024. Enkoma oniga na Freddy ejuma wayo ho the data available to him and acquire a befaswa ebetimi akra now from now till December 7, 2024. The Prof afi yanko.
Sure. And you know, as an abeba we so no mamen ka say free 2020 na wo ba ye de kaka ye ho 2020 about one ko awie no na omampenda na danko ekufuado e di nkunima ono ani nua omampenda dada to so mi no e ma percentages no presidential na do de 51.36% in 51.4%. And Omapeni Dada John Dramani Mahamania 47.39%. To be to 47.4%. And the Moma can be any so in fact, I will share with TA4 the predictions that we did as a Tabreno. Now how close it was between the prediction and the actual I buy. Now na me de kasem answer na ebe na ye de no one about.
Okay, na man for creabofu. Ya ye free SHS. Covid buy ya chase you free. Ya che dia free. Ya ye we. Be my percentage we say one when ozan ko di bi kura aka o mano brosa ebenya amana broso na obia my reason why I was a person in the bank because the man cost restrictions. Absolutely. Free SHS about the idea, but you know.
Yeah. And many animals were war NDC Ninsuna, baby, no also for say. My Sika will baby Namidekan American because now we are sure pass will be winning. In fact, many Kwame no pay me chow on the Menina and the World Commerce Technical University. Oshia me say Prof. Saturday doctor doc. Tight is still 10% too. Just me for the share man. Yeah, Emma, do know me very aggressive. I mean, Zubanom, like we do meet and we have a lot of good engagements. And I make say fine. We research. ABI, you may want to find out issues now about happening. If I may find this animal, but we are very sure, say. Many problem because ABI no so research ni bia de ama o money ade but screen ba me kan ne ma be 9 numbia o person who say research quality so who identify those 5 elements in whatever research that is assumed to be quality me can because you percent improvement ba the way I research him. At maybe bedua we must all be on the same page. Na empo who agenda mpo and just say the wrong thing. For example, me who report Nibia na ahafo. Nipa no predict say ahafo is in favor of a certain party, no problem. But to share ahafo a Esutifi South, Esunafo South as a North. Two constituencies of fire or the Jinawa Kasama ahafo. Nipa no Mukasaya in all these two constituencies was just around 400 or so, so 100. Let me say 80, so 100 in par. And you want to generalize based on that, another level. And so person generalize here, you want another step. The data will be in front of you, but a certain higher level will be. No compare with sample not to the population, set your hypothesis right, subject it to statistical techniques, be a more conclusion. Amount errors that are associated with you doing this conclusion. And all these things are missing. You interview maybe 200 people from 2 constituencies out of 6, and you want to generalize. Look at the reason why I sample, they say Ebiana so that is fine. But Udu constituency, Udu region, be so the dynamics in the region. You were turn off for no, and you were so native for no, when you were so na for so. Never understand how the turn off for no back. I represent you. Or the certificate for no age. Now the Hanaso aye. But all these things sometimes you don't find them in the research that wants to be called accurate. To me, there are no problems in the world. But see, if I data no send in America, you free baby, you free bar. That was the results. Prediction by na me mediano was 51.4. Over actual na me de 51.36 there around in upper 51.4. NDC me predict yes NDC benya 47.2. By no na NDC nya 47.4. And that is where the slight difference occurs. But no the absolute 47 was there. A trade here 47 0.2 no 0.4. And you can see the level of accuracy that we have, and it is because of Adajia Ayayenya at the yes and I have a lot of data that I can just come out and speak, but I'm still looking for validation, especially in a region like Greater Accra, because numbers no. Yes. Back numbers in Mamensan can't do just so to say we say we be bidding kunim 52%, we be bidding kunim say percent. Aya if I even so mutia no me yamu sese omo. Metia me yamu sese me. Mepe because 52 point something average. Yes sir. Average in free na buy. And average no kese bia e ba be PM outlier bia be PM no betimi asesa the natural average. Me the man who by the research be by na so for Ukrum NDC benya 90% bibisa. I didn't see that research, but if it is true, can you see the impact of that 90% on the estimation of such an as well? A bemana page average in Kosoro Keke. As we be in reality, now for Ukrum Kran 90%, and as our research chrono, whole central bay say, and I think whole central bay 100%. 150. Oh, yeah, masters, and we catch a percentage to 100. And that is the effect of outliers on the estimation of the average. Now, no. Yeah, sure, say, yeah, next week, and I'm going to wind up my validation. Make sure one trick for one party is, let's say, 52. So, besides 52, because 100% of the BDA, it may 20% of the BDA. But in the estimation of the averages, in the 100%, in because we're 100%, Emma 20%, better 20%. And to Shishabu Muana Koya, Ubimeti average of Abia 58% cry as Unibia a Nubia in terms of the value of the percentage. All these things must come into play in the conversation we are talking about. And about parliamentary, no send any send a coin 137, one independent candidate. This time, said the Amaya doesn't expect any independent candidate to be in parliament. Absolutely. Let the validation come and then I can confirm. But 2024, the state plan, doesn't.
And then, like you say, any independent candidate about parliament.
I don't have that confirmation from my data. and it is not an event likely to occur. And I'm speaking out of data. Let the validation be done today. Difference be about more. Two. Okay, so
Professor Smart Asumani Sarpong, Director of Research and Innovation, Kumasi Technical University. Election 2024 unpacked.
Yeah.
Now, Yanko.
Good. When an amity
elections in any 6,731,233.
Yeah.
Representing 51.36%. And then 6,212,101. Representing 47.39.
Yeah.
Okay. Yanko next slide, you know.
Presidential 2020. I'm saying 2020 and 2024. By Yanko. Until you call it also me and I prediction no.
Okay.
2020 prediction.
KSTU Research Center projects at least 51.4% victory for MPP.
Good.
30th November 2020. 10:37 p.m. Nana ya ojima.
Wa unia nana ya o.
Nana ya. Yeah, election ni we no. Na Nana Akufo-Addo and MPP and 51.2. Professor Smart Sarpong 51.4.
Yeah.
And I don't have 51.2. Yeah. Okay. Yanko anyway.
Okay. About parliamentary distribution then so say in the core yeah.
Parliamentary distribution
2020 no
2020 by child forget about 2024 now also 2020 and a year came 20 or yes
no LED into 2024
2024 yeah tina
2020 and that kedu
okay sir I have full MPP benya force
yeah exactly what happened
okay
if I did yeah I'm predicting
parliamentary
but this time we are predicting parliamentary yeah.
Hey.
Oh yes
2021 predicted parliamentary
but candidate didn't mention yes.
Now 2024
yeah
over predicted parliamentary and presidential yes. So I find I appreciate the them who watch no say na won TV enemy who watch na oh yeah adwuma okay so yanko anymore
good enti no ye ba we ne enema numu
elements of quality elections research
enema numu say amafo be shen nso ni
a desk literature review to support heterogeneity versus homogeneity assumptions. Because your Prof teach mommy.
So we person will assume say population be homogeneous. Homogeneous say sa nipa kuo no omusuba no mu ne ye no madwene nyina taiko bengu. Ese homogeneous population no. And a heterogeneous population ne ye hono omadwene no mu ne ye entaye nse emu eche. Asa na abekasa half muche ana half omadwe adwene kwa benkurum no. You must do what you call desk or literature review to support those assumptions. Nyamiadom enye the first time I beto aba. It is a person desk review cry with the numbers are obetwenya from 92. Studying microphone husania omutu omaba. In fact, Ohene can say if I am doing desk review, I do desk review as low as to polling station level. Yeah. And I can give you analysis of polling station by polling station and how things behave in a constituency. In fact, I can select for you the top area 10 or the top whatever polling stations in your constituency. If you want to win the election. In fact, my research in the constituency, I carefully select the constituencies. Their votes is the one that determines who wins the election. You're from the 51st percentile community sample. And that is what I do. When you're ban critical, like we can go to your constituency, Uba, Metro constituency, Timpani constituency, Zebila constituency, Bebre Waha, Operation Winia, Zebila Court polling station, be a friend of Zebila Court polling station. Noaba, Lamboya Primary School, when you're Konsanaba Senior High School, Waba Zebila Seps Barrier. Waba Camp Saka Camp Gori Primary School Polling Station, Azuera Primary School, Zebila Seps ehono the two barracks A and B no aba Gumbare waba Zebila Market Square Kukuruzwa Primary School Kopela Primary School. Like these are key polling stations with the numbers, and it is consistent that goes ahead to win the elections. In fact, polling stations are some persuasion
already was our polling station there's a seat,
they go ahead absolutely.
Okay,
they go ahead to carry the seat. And I go to that level. It is communities are most selected. If they find themselves in those constituencies, then the polling stations, then it tells me the weights I should give to them. And the area constituency community be on a Krobiso, it may interviews of just about 100 people. And so Krobiso, everything about 200 people like Kasa. Based on this assumption of homogeneity and then heterogeneity, it must go into your sample. If you know maybe our research be a offend whole quality research more no adwene hom yenu ebia na ye just to shape your mind and your numbers never dey Professor Nsuwenu Amani Professor Nokumbeka just say you can use numbers to rig elections, you can use numbers to diffuse the minds of the people, you can omuti numbers na omuho popo me ade and so ebia na the design, the methods that went into arriving at those numbers ebia na the assumptions were wrong.
Okay,
now if you want a sample no, you want the issue of sample size.
The sample,
yes.
Sample size,
good.
Sample techniques,
good.
Sample representation.
Free every research that assumes to be quality. Now, no look at baby say your population no, at send your tier as a 2020 17 million day conwa. Now the minimum sample size, a quality result, a better fair idea of a good research should be 16,500. Mekaye anye opani bi de because no research or tie no the be a nipa be 1,000 e be makosua 5,000 me telephone calls of nipa this 1,000 then
you voter register ya that way so we say your research
good
na opese unya year
good
nipa so no nyankita odie no
minimum
there was away from crown
16
should be 16,500
yes
adenti
and I'm say adenti no you share a class me pa no me ji watching you I was like a higher TV so we were city TV I was like a higher TV so na sanko your student and can rather it to be an assignment for him because your professor is telling you that if the population is like this you need a minimum sample size of that. You asking me why? It means you don't know and that you have to go and look for it. Higher TV so but here calculation unless the part of person tell me say sample size and family population size and that nipa ni 30 million kura ubetime yimu 50 at their work and there you will be exposed say no the concept of sample size no directly related to the size of the population. It will be able to say sample ratio, will be able to say elevation factor, sample factor no. Which me catch on say nipa near be 100%, but the 0.0001 it's a weak research. Weak. Nipa near at the and sometimes it's funny. People don't estimate sample factor or more estimate elevation factor. What is elevation factor? We know why your sample size be okay no. Your elevation factor you bring say okay nipa ba ku bia nneka say bia na adwe gina homa nipa e bia 500,000. It makes your work to start with very weak. Then nipa ba ku adwe betime gina homa nipa 500,000 and 500. Adentia. When the issue of heterogeneity is key in elections, because nipa na dwene obijina ballot paper na chikura na adwene timesesa. Because of that, you must increase the sample size so that at least the sample will begin to behave like the population. Me hear my first baseline survey na nipa 60,000 because man also say so we minimum no. Then the three laws apply. The first law, let's say inertia of live samples. The inertia of live samples, let's say, the more you increase the sample size after satisfying the minimum, the more I would be kahono, the more your work is beginning to become stable. And statistical regularity, the bigger the better. Yes, the law of central limit theorem. If you don't care, you will not know. Where some quality data, nipa 100, where they say 80, no, way extremely deceptive. In fact, bibi sabia bemua, na ye loto a chance. Then yes, the statistical basis was solid.
Okay,
good. I'm saying a professional champion for you, but the next one no. The next one no some sample size, sampling techniques, and representation. Representation example ni bi na make say at least and catch a ton of one as one group. National as one group. National as one group. Anytime you disregard a group beyond representation has been defeated. You have defied or raped the very important concept of representation.
My friend say a figure kwabe enough.
Yep.
And research honuma. You should engage a figure phonibi and then the kwabe phonibi. Now they are representing the constituency.
Absolutely.
A figure side no kwa and also kwabe side no kwa. Okay.
It is a sampling techniques now actually inside also sample size, sample techniques.
And then sample representation.
There are techniques that you can use best satisfy representation. Yes, so as a hunu kusu so bia woni sibre. Hanti there were some techniques I tell you say so amedia ebom homogeneous without ujina bontia. If you're outside it looks homogeneous, but uremua heterogeneous. The techniques are the sampling.
For a region like Ashanti region, you were the such enclave.
Absolutely.
The Amansia.
Absolutely.
The Adanse. And then what Babia Kumasin Finfini. Then the Hafu side to overfabia for the idea.
Absolutely.
Then you can use it to represent the entire region.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And very important to note. Extremely important to note. The last two, no. Justification, you must connect the sample to the reality. What do I mean by this? If anybody does research, no, see for you, and this in your 90%, it may be a product of a research. But does it connect with the reality?
So the name for I was saying that
Nipa Jone and Tessa TV remote, Nenopa or the Ato Diamond. We are watching the Ato. To me, we are watching the to her there be. And you must actually make sure some research corner about it is connecting with the reality. What is the reality? You must connect with the reality and that generalizability, no. And so making sure say the sample size quite use and yet no see the conclusion because conclusions are not drawn based on samples. In fact, I saw you advance it to a technique that will allow you infer from the sample onto the population. You by graphs, not descriptive statistics. You find influential statistics. And as me interview nipa 1,000, you move 500 so meter, maybe 400 so meter. It is very weak, and if you want to see a quality research, you have to adapt methods of generalizing from samples onto population. And now reliability and reasonableness. Blue-green regions, because a region be a blue, just a whole historical accounts were aba at the NPP. And now a green is what historic accounts are aba at the NDC. Reliability and reasonableness and yes, idea. Now there is a lot of deception in the work being presented as research. And I'm doing this as a lecturer. I said you're a professor of statistics and a research design, just to make sure say the manager some who suppose ne babin community fast I manage it because it looks like oh me so meduma me no amount for anije ho across a doctor near One say Nancy if you be a doctor say doctors one also. But Mr. my own doctor men cover doctor and so never carry any pan question. But I'm happy say research for no be by nobody as we say. But let's take our time and do it right. Let's take our time and do it right. And no me problem here. Me say adaje me churches and 5 elements of a quality research yimu. That is the opening to Enema AC 2020. And Hishemu Araya Yedeko 2024 elections in him. Now, I remember some of the constituencies are very interesting. To see whether a region is blue or green, over 2020 data Nimua, you can see some of the regions that are green, some of which are also blue. And per regions are as at your 2020, now a year green. Na ye mako enkono 9 no ubenya Greater Accra because hono ultimately green 1 if you Greater Accra you are wafa osa
so the green is NDC the blues MPP
absolutely if you Greater Accra wako almighty voter region na wako oti if you tia no ababono East in my prediction was very close but tilting towards the NDC into Behra. It was close, but it tilted towards the NDC presidential. Okay, now if you walk northern regions, no, it move 4 out of 5, no, it move 4 echo green. And all the 4 no back for you 9 8. Now if you walk the last region, echo green, which is 9 of them were green. Okay. I think I will get the one and Western North. Yeah, me Western North 2. Went green and then it's 9 and 7 are called blue western now about ahafo and a bono miensa waba Sante Eastern enum after waba Central region and then Northeast. These were the 7 blue regions as at the close of elections 2020. And I remember I am announcing without any fear say these 7 regions as at 2024 year can say few weeks to election, these 7 regions are still blue. In fact, 8 of the 9 regions are still green with 1 being going to be the decider as the string.
What is
the Greater Accra? In fact, I have labeled them light green because it is not deep green, but the remaining voter is green. The last time we were born now we say about Peter Merune other performance in the region, and I said on your show say per me data na mikitano now the MPP was doing well up to 0.8% better than 2024 performance in voter better than 2020 elections in voter region. And na Northeast area 2020. And
so say metwasia voter region am trouble ni kasiema NDC
stronghold. Yeah.
And say ba no the nisro.
And say and I make say I like the way you put your question. Say ba no say that nisro. They are going to go the way they go. But if elections were held in October, MPP would have done 0.8% more than increase than what they did in 2020.
I mean 1% to cry.
It knew 1%
but
more.
Not easy there.
Absolutely 8 to 9 because 9% there's almost 9% unless 9% more. And again, Metimiaka were feeding so say seats, the 2 seats no a call NDC in Northeast no na Legu Gambaga and Bunkurugu no, it is not likely to remain green unless some hard work is done
into it.
You do data and so we will show what is happening in Nalegu Gambaga and Bunkurugu. Somebody asked me about yo-yo and I was like, oh, yo-yo for me and from the data is blue, and I don't think say Northeast if no. I mean, you see, one thing with research, and say, it's said they are fan. And you say, yes, I didn't know, I mean, concorda. Can you say each day be in politics? To you now, a whole okay man, I say, encourage you more, and not to make you relax. So, MC politics, my new Mukasa, the Muni Mupa, on Asubeko MP, and a flag bearer, and then you know what this data means. It means work very hard. And I made a report to be suma obia or say maybe say an idea. Or tea, I say, hey, and the same idea. I say, Metesa, and I say, Metokosoko. That's how you accept this. Yeah, what it means is that you have to work extra harder, and that currently it doesn't look good for you. And it just will be a befano so. But because as a researcher, I encourage a difference between what I predict and what happens actually. And things should happen beyond what I predict. And how many estimate error? The difference between the predicted and the actual. Na one to one na more the agrodi na say na ebewie se na ebewie ye no a ene na na ekoma anu no na be benefit wa ankwa ma no a wo so se wa anye ni na wo nya ho hwe na aboa na medi nkunim na menni nkunim na say mati bi pepa o me kai mi aminu apani entbosi ako chairman ene ono aso nunia chairman odile ho kwaku apia die mu atende die ni de ni nyina ko wie sei ehona bi ka chemse say me kra oni mi sia ne hu ani me mese yes I remember so me bad yes it was like so raw from people I thought were my friends nema so oba could be radio host be crowd do matem crowd say no ko share me da ada obi dey make share say oh share prof mama we ni yawa that's the first time go do who me ground no and so now we address it be mata be pound free so be ka from so yeah. That is not how I encourage response to research. Let's just run through few of the issues. In summary, no. In summary, no. The American say for the blue states, no. And as a blue regions, Marco, and Sona American, as at October, close of October 2024, not they were blue. So BBC Emma blue be adani greener, maybe a one more honna a better. But I don't expect say 4 weeks and 3 weeks to elections. If you be that, me who President Mahama social media then they don't don't sleep until after December 7th. And some media will be a better day. Or about the picture in the poster be as Ukraine and near him. But now I expect the candidates to be sleepless. Beyond 1 month or kokoda few days to elections. And blue states no are blue, green states no are green.
Except Greater Accra,
yes,
which was green.
Yes, I want to validate my data today. Greater Accra, I'll end my data today, and I will color it. Either it will remain light green or say deep green.
Green, but it will light.
Oh yes.
That means the vote margin will reduce.
You see, let me point out one thing to your TF4. A TF4, if you win one region, you should still be concerned about ahena midiwini. Because say you could data anymore. We go baby to say Ashanti region one constituency. Obi to me the be a difference 24,000 any day in Kunim. And so not the whole region will be a within Kunim, and that's our difference. No, in terms of the 16 regions, no, but you are saying, maybe we need 8, maybe we need 9. But in terms of the value, no wonder some time ago, never had 10. No, but me we need 8 regions, no, but 2 regions. It may be president. People should care about the volume, the value of the ADN. So now, so be back with each other. I go into the details. Bisa na yenchro. Me say that me next week. I will show that trick. The trick between Ubianya this percent, Ubianya that percent, any the reality. I say Nipakrono. It may estimate what we call the ultimate percent because the sample percentage you know in national find your conclusion. But rather the ultimate percent. Only the ultimate percent and I'll do clearly who is in the lead and who is not in the lead. And I'll do both presidential and I'll do parliamentary predictions. And then so I hear the atoto near who the difference between the meme predicting and the actual. I see, and I'm glad.
currently the way of Greater Accra no, is it that yes NDC for when it but the move votes might not be a difference also, and I say potentially it could swing to be blue.
In fact, for Greater Accra as a region, I would want to finish today
before I speak to it,
because I have subjected the constituencies in Greater Accra to a validation.
Okay.
I just want to be very sure, because now it's interesting the way the picture is created. And what my data came, I felt like is this still what people are talking about? It's me, out of curiosity, I sent the teams back again, and this time I swapped the teams. In the team were called Ebi Okaikwe Central, Kohobio, Ebi Awobeko Krowo. Na team were called Krowo, me UF Ebi Ako Bom Domia Bana, so called Lejokuku Krowo de Benti. I'll change you entirely, Maswape.
Okay.
A fresh team went to Adas again in Go Pram Pram and Shayo Sudoku. Fresh team all together. And Tema Central, East, West, Ashaiman, also a different set of teams and the Koye. And Botiano English. And then also to Wejagbawe. A day Babli Kumafoni Nina, Blikumabe phone Nina, all new teams. The old data is there. I want to benchmark it with the new data that I'm receiving today. Now, if I draw better conclusion on Greater Accra. So I can assure you, so for Greater Accra as a region, I can give you further and better particulars, hopefully in the course of the week. Ashanti no, me person the best you back. Okay. So just 2020 near MSC. So if you are no carry we are candidate and who areas that you are playing with, and areas that you are taking it serious and not, because for me medical stronghold versus battlefield. Constituency be a nipa no awodi nkunim with more than 70% be a battlefield, you can win it. Number 2, local politics is different from global politics. Enti so do in cry not is $4 and then they are no in cry. Do you get it? What is their challenge? Okay. Who do to inquire ewo ni odubi ase o matchra bo no telecommunication network no food. And no fa no dollar don carry o pe be ejira ye call and no go no here o pe be ejira ye call and now so some acquire some ni ade if they show us those pictures they can show it now so that okay but say yeah what is in there now in income Professor Sarpong and pay in a bon komi me we are just say e be Monday na okako be adana oko ranza makoya me voice ni it's for example your Bono region. If a Bono region no out of 12 constituencies no your 2 about 2020 no na insia ewo NDC chinyema nyoko no ho na insia so ewo PP ewo osono amanyoko no ho na that is on the surface nyankrofo nim a the base and say out of the 12 constituencies emu ba ko pe NDC winning both presidential and parliamentary. What it means is that six constituencies now NDC winning parliamentary no another win or 5 na another win here and our presidential MPP win here, and that is the essence of some of these things. When you reflect on the old data you get the real picture. Send me a Vincent no NDC MPs no enkoda and what I say enkoda na MPP candidate in so one more also you take possession of an area. Check it Bana Hinkro for example and we say NDC we need parliamentary there and so Banda MPP we need presidential. The difference of 82 votes 82 near parliamentary voter Minia Ahmed Ibrahim now so send the West will be the 16 votes no 10-20 seats there. Vote now MPP do me say no 200. Yeah. Back so Ahmed Ibrahim had 82 votes and a winner of Banda.
But presidential, another way,
yeah, 451 votes.
50.998.
The whole of Bono, Omu population is Sakra 19,000 voter registered. You know, Omu population is Sakra. Into now who numbers no kakra kasa. And now who may hear the way what I say no, a research led
local needs, market center.
Yes.
Youth employment, good road, school renovation,
good
street building, and then portable water.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And we know it's all concentrated. And your dollar, and your fuel prices, and your inflation. Market center,
and this is fresh.
29.2% of the people know at the market center.
Absolutely.
25.6 youth employment. 11% airport road, school renovation and building 8.6%. Portable water, 4.7%.
Absolutely. And I can provide GPS location of areas where these needs are. So that Ujinahana will can a dollar, you say that we say, as a would diabo snata so no. That could not pray when I will pay by it. And then yeah. And the Obabekum East in Swa, Minia Chemeho, these are their local needs. A whole year, MPP we need both presidential and, like I said, 12 constituencies in Bono. MPP won 11 in terms of presidential, 11 constituencies. And parliamentary, no, a move 5 and presidential, but man to add it. That is the picture. And this thing should guide anybody doing research in Bono. So that you will not come and wake up and say Bono is now a green state. It will not reconcile with the reality. It's everything you call the next one. Next one.
No.
Fast.
Good. So
Doma West. A young crank quanta and in Pesuaso. Difference are presidential.
1,006.
Yes, 1,006 parliamentary. And NDC did include a presidential and MPPD. Until you can
see by 291.
About some 1,400 people voted for MPP presidential, but they did not vote for the parliamentary candidate NPP. The whole of Bono Omunomu are quite problems. Now quite
73% air per good roads.
Yes.
8.8 air per telecommunication network.
Yes.
Portable water 7.4 health.
Absolutely.
Health center 3.2.
Absolutely. I want people to take some of these things into consideration. Yes, Ejuma Sembe here, but a topmost priority. But you call all the 276 constituencies in Nimua. Apart from the few cosmopolitan constituencies, no, road already are. And to me, the number of say, drip now and pending for the core various constituencies. A research-led intervention project and initiative. As a company for machines you could see on Munsaso, ever heard Juma. I am not even talking about votes. I am talking about how this problem of roads in the various communities, no, and within a space of 1 month, 2 months, will be at within the age 10% in Kuambua, and 10% times 276 roads, 276 constituencies, and Ankomakai, a benya response within a short possible time. Into a benefit when you move fast, our machines, no, and you want to work on next one. Okay, good. Into Ohe German North, a Hong Kong, both presidential and parliamentary. And this is winning. Into no, Minia Frederick Yahenkwa, Hong Kong, both presidential. German South. German South, parliamentary difference was 1,009. NDC winning parliamentary 1,009. Now MPP winning presidential 13,000. By 13,000. Absolutely. So we should be able to win this seat. And no, there we have the data for all the 12 constituencies in Bono and how they are going to look now. And you put 13,000 to Obama and Anadwa. There 14,000. 1,000 back home. 14,000 to Obama parliamentary candidate. How? This is how they, and I expect say those campaign teams, both MPP and NDC will sit on such a data and it will inform them.
So you just have to go to the polling stations, sir. Almost about 13,000 amount to amount. Then you go and work there.
And I can provide those details here. Do you get it? And data can help. In fact, media may have and
look at their needs. Good roads 41%.
Yes.
Youth employment 14%. Skills training.
Yes.
Matter center and ICT lab.
Yes. And these things can be done. In Kunkura Kasen in Kumeka Kabu Hono. Adam Swas and Pana Bibianiha, Uya Drobuna Kasasu, Kosibu Krum, Katachie Krum, Krupiase 1, Krupiase 2, Farmer, Jape Krum,
Mamase Krum,
and Ohono. The next one. Time so NDC we need Mini Adam Suleimana we need
2028
that is a presidential no MPP we need no matter how small
41
that is it and I went so and I
when
how
2000
yes how when will look how time will look and how Sunyani East West other constituencies can will look no Nami Adomo you na betu jama etifo aswafe that's the next one I have also count to say I have also even though you're 2 but we know 4 for MPP 2 for NDC no only one constituency in NDC we need both parliamentary and
the presidential.
Yes.
So we want 5 constituencies presidential.
Yeah. And so I did way a desk reviewer will be a study research and a study and Ahafo cannot switch to become green.
Yeah.
Ahafo is blue. It is deception for anybody to say
Ahafo is green.
Ahafo where from that? So I mean let's be kind to the concept of research. The reason why a literature review they say Mawuhu Nema SCC pay. Now how your mind will be formed going forward. It is sanity.
So you check Esnafo South.
Yes.
Parliamentary no. And you could put 1,395
absolutely.
But presidential,
yes.
LPP won by 1,643.
Yes. So some 300 people voted for the presidential, but voted against the parliamentary.
The LPP parliamentary candidate.
Absolutely. And sanity. I can provide justification for why those 8 regions are green and these 7 regions are blue. Nobody can change that. The reason why central region is blue, people think it is swing. It is blue. When you have 23 constituencies,
central region will continue to be blue.
Central region is blue.
No, man, I make it impact me.
I mean, central region is blue. Central region as at October, end of October 2024 is blue. The reason is that apart from the data I may share with you, I may not be sharing. The historic situation is that out of 23 constituencies, I Kikabo Mania Central Region, 4, and the NDC winning both parliamentary
and presidential.
I'm building that argument. Who will send their blood the Anokoyeno? Who will send their half of the Anokoyeno? Central region, I'm saying, 19 out of the 23 constituencies. No. And when we say MPP, we need parliamentary, no, altogether 10. Emma 13 echo NDC ho. But 19 in terms of presidential constituencies voted for NPP. 19.
Wow.
Yeah. It is Sana
out of the 23,
including Cape Coast North, Cape Coast Central, presidential NPP. About only KE4 no ye KE. Of course, a Kunfi, because I don't expect a Kunfi with the respect they have for Prof. I mean, sometimes you have to be real. But that's already that wale akoye NDC and now Bonnie Bamboy abeda MPP. No, so there's a more for book ama
so the next slide on I have
only a Sutifi South there you no offer Collins that hope and the NDC win both presidential and parliamentary.
And just look at the difference.
Yes.
On the crown, the difference of the way John Muhammad Yasote.
Absolutely.
By about 800,000.
America say, what I say, we need
like 800.
Absolutely. We are more votes than
John Muhammad
as a person. We are more votes.
Popular say John Muhammad.
Yeah, presidential candidate. This is a half also as a picture.
And then look at Tanonoff.
Yes.
Frida Pempe won with 3,900 votes.
The presidential candidate.
Another one with 10,000 votes.
Absolutely. Some of these things must be carefully studied.
But it is good we change the candidate.
It was.
It is good we change.
It was.
Our candidate.
Yeah,
oh yes.
Yeah.
She's my mom, but.
Oh, is that near? I mean, and the people.
And then Benjamin Yabuasache. One with 2,300 votes.
Good.
Another one with 6,800.
Absolutely.
Almost 5,000 difference.
Yes, Safon data no more much. And some of these local needs can guide them in what to do.
Okay.
The neighbor better say, in fact, there was this meeting here, more constituency be a man who the impact of their drip maybe sano. No, the drip machine in your fault.
Machines in your fault.
But I got next one. And I have for the no northeast, send a mekano.
Northeast
region. And a bunkurugu and a NDC kita Mississippi. Now even there, even na Regu Gambaga, wabra NDC din kunim parliamentary no.
With 5,000 no.
Absolutely. I'm saying NDC din kunim ni yenu nyina. Na Regu Gambaga.
Let's see. Presidential no.
Absolutely.
From 5,470 by 2,401.
And
then Bungugu, Bomode, 1,334. But difference of presidential no cost.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you think these two seats will come back to the MPP?
I can show you the data. And the reasons behind it is the fact that
loyalty.
Your mobile. I can say it.
I'm hoping and praying say and not translate to many conferences in the northern part of Ghana. And
I want to believe that the current 8 to 9 percentage points performance better than 2020 no ever reflected in the two constituencies no.
Okay.
Because if they are performing just like 2020 you can say then they may get 4
seats.
Yeah. But if you have 8 to 9 percentage points above 2020, that means it must have effect on some of these things. And yes, you'll be if this should okay. I mean,
okay, the next slide on Northeast, you know, that
the both presidential and parliamentary, no.
Yagaba Kubore.
Yeah.
It is a seat that we won for the first time. Are we maintaining it?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Sports minister.
And then
you.
Until Yankobio next. Good. We're a central region.
Wale Minister, the change of the candidate and the issues, the internal issues, no, affect it.
Wale issues by home.
Yeah, that is where Mameno, the gender. Are you minister no and the court? Yes, I call re-election. Re-election re-election after re-election. But still, you think?
In fact, from the data I have as a close of October, Wale was.
It is for MPP, no matter who present as our candidate.
In fact, I had another concern with Yendi.
Yeah.
But eventually, Yendi, as at close of October,
safe.
So good for him.
Okay. Yanko, so from Northeast Central region.
Yes.
Abra Sebukaman Kese.
Osha Miniaba Queensta Soya Honomwa. I mean, I'm saying, say, all the 23 are in 19.
To my
presidential people. Bako any Miniaba Queensta Soya Ho. Pokua Soya Ho. Into a new we votes now 955 votes.
And they win 19,000.
Yes. Oh, in this parliament, there are a lot of people over 30 to 50 members of parliament are in parliament with less than 2,000 votes. 2,000 can be quite. If I reduce it to like 1,000, it will be like 30 to 40 MPs are there with less than 1,000 votes.
Wow. And then another one with 2,495.
Yes, in Sabane, Biakwa, Nini area, Aguna East. Now your corner slider. Good. Eskimo the Ben Braka, for example. In fact, a Jumako in Yan at to force and not to force the honor so cap for no. But if for no, no,
11,000. No.
Yes.
Fernando lost with 3,000.
You see, I want to suggest to you, say, Central Region is blue.
Oh, the shady.
Absolutely.
Share. Eskimo the Ben Braka.
Yes.
They won with 2,721.
Yes.
Nanado rather won with 7,450.
Yes, yes. Yes.
I see.
Nanado
vote to Secretary Japan.
Yeah, I sense
Central. I see.
Yeah, it's a young good. And I say not the name that
James
we need dear.
But
Nanado won the presidential. I'm sure this one there, many people, because of no issues never until they name him say Nanado did.
I sense out.
Yes.
Jordan Tim Fojo at the 1,320.
Yes.
And a winning.
Yes.
Nanado won with 11,000.
Yes.
10,000 more.
Yes. Well, there are a lot of the places the gap between the presidential and the parliamentary was so overwhelming.
This is serious.
Yeah, was so overwhelming.
Yes, how comes in there? No, it's understandable. 5,553. Another 6,000.
That is close.
140.
Yeah.
A little over 500 votes.
That is close.
Okay,
yeah.
Cover me. What's your cover him? Cover him on 275.
I said.
Okay, yes, Central Ashanti.
Good.
Okay, so
next one way. Next.
Okay, I would to Senior West.
Obapa Gezilla Teteho.
Only 2,000 the winning.
Good.
My presidential year winning with 1,004.
Absolutely. And then say Abante war Jubilee House Eugene.
Yeah, Eugene.
And then Ninia Bag Gezilla Tete.
And then Cape Coast North.
Good. Cape Coast North and South.
Kobra Minta Nyako at 1,329 winning.
Yes.
But another one, the presidential with 4,285 difference.
Yes. And Ricky Hagen also
on the 1,007 the winning.
Good.
But we won the presidential with 899 difference.
Good.
So the move was different going to 2 times. We to parliament. No man
the same day. We have one parliament. The man so we have one more.
Anyway, so I said that will blow on the 3 goals.
Okay, that is it. Then call next one. Yeah.
Fellow Marquis. Yes,
64%.
All of the few candidates who votes more than the presidential candidate.
Yeah. And this time too, he is looking good. There was a day I will be me. Now the man the feedback. So higher than that too. And I'm so and when so crowd so you can still get higher than what you asked and I mentioned.
Okay, what's your calling, mommy?
And I be cook crazy confid and so now. I think after your short commercial break, near the radio back at the end of the
okay. Hello. And I'm not 2024 not straight away. Okay. Episode 4. You be Monica Kirby on what went into the 2024 elections. Say Obi Bakase and since I can we see our 2024 more. Let's just say Entesa, just like Central Region 23 constituencies, another one 19 constituencies. It is Obi Bakase Central Region, but Daniel Kwendi is here. Like I say, as a Janidi and a bit to me SC, and then they have, even though they have 2 seats, we have 5 conference of Mutuye, Edema presidential candidate. No, no, no. Prof, what to change some of these things?
Okay. Oh no, what to change? The American Assembly for the human Omuguso Omuye would bring about the change. Campaign the Sabi until say better na we na so koswa na we. Eya na never be on my form low hanging fruits. And never be one of the amu any the abetime nya mo manfo no animani mu ya. O manfo no Sabi wuti asemase. O dey say o mo no wa. And the woman say nipa ba ko bia ni wono mo betime solve the whole world's problem. And so kakra obetime aye no aye de aboa. Enso bi no mu hia e maburu bi na epa adwuma menua Kofi Japan wayi yefo tete maburu ni ade ukosere no ana ma na adwene baso a obema whatever slot you need na odi ama o maburu no sa opportunity no mo wetime suyensa no dwuma bi e de aboa mo nema bi e low hanging fruit street lights no mo ne nema bi so otimi ye de ma o manfo no animani mu ya na ne awuntimi nya ne nane ne ya no wo de show ejira so show mobo no mbeti ase why not say nya ebia light de ba ekrum ha ntimi ngase o kira nkwa ye kofa meter akotwe nwoma akoyesi de bi but mo mu so wani abre e show mobo a mbeti ase
Prof, do that for me from your laptop. There's a request on Sunyani East and West.
Okay.
Yeah, the parliamentary results, what happened there, and then I'm going to part of the share because I think Sunyani Muba could independent be a P1.
And they are
election here.
And they're Sunyani East,
and this guy who owns a radio station, there's a moonlight guy also.
Sunyani, yeah. I have a Sunyani. Until
we can go direct the problem 12, but it is worth it. Feedback there by the party for no say this word okay.
Sunyani West.
Yeah, Sunyani East and West. That is both. But Sunyani West now independent in one.
I think it should be so because maybe it was so tight.
Very close.
It was so tight, yeah.
For 2024,
my classification for Sunyani West today is tight. Yeah. There's no
close to call.
Yeah, there's no. In fact, there are only 1, 2, 3, 4 constituencies be and I'm meeting say tight, and one of them is Sunyani West.
Your poor one. Me boys win poor one.
No, me
boys win poor one.
If you ever broke with that, I think so if there's any concern in Sunyani East and West, it should be on Sunyani West.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm also interested in Sunyani East if one concorda.
But somebody says Sunyani is the independent, you know.
Okay, so maybe a bear miss up. I mean, just Sunyani. Who's a bit the work
you've done.
Yeah, the work.
Sunyani West near close.
Sunyani West and East, but Sunyani West and a tight. In fact, let me go it this way. Sunyani East, for example, Ubenya 55-43. And Sunyani.
That is a projection for the coming election. Parliamentary elections.
Sunyani West
55 for the NPP.
Yes.
43 for the NDC.
Absolutely. But I have over Sunyani West 45.7 and I say 45 versus 42. That is it. But as to whether Sunyani East or Sunyani West, no.
That is on 2024 parliamentary resource.
My run data BMC CA was Sunyani East or West and so much. Depending on what we say here.
Interesting.
Depending on what we say here.
Okay, independent here, Sunyani East.
Okay.
Yeah.
My checking mouse is here. Is it
on the Moonlight Radio owner no? On the candidate in
I want to check the reason why I'm a local Sunyani West. to Nan East.
Yeah.
Because I knew there was a problem. Say, I mean, be when see ya na.
Say no more send the message about consensus to be here and I am born.
But Yamu next week the summer is nina.
Summer is nina.
So because I'm here validation this week.
Next week Wednesday.
Next week the BBI at
the next week Wednesday the Prof but
that's count the no. Yeah, but next week on Saturday. 1 2 finished. Already.
Yeah, bono ready. Obi ada ehuri sa adanse akrofom. Asante ready so baye nyandro.
Adanse akrofom ye blue.
Okay.
Adanse akrofom ye blue.
Okay. Adanse akrofom. Independent need me nyahwe.
Adanse akrofom ye blue.
Still blue.
No matter how close you.
Obuase West. Still blue.
Obuase West.
Kokuko ati. Okay.
Obuase West. I don't know Obuase West me original. Obuase West you who say.
Oh sir.
I don't say it.
I see.
Obuase West and shut down.
The Prof said and Kawasanka. Okay, Katana Gamadam commission. Tinka be 3 weeks. Kama make the kana gabema kama for baba concern nka. So masoda ye nka be dia film
ope ukuru. Okay. Until.
Tinka me tia sorry a prophet Ohiniba. Nka.
Say
Ohiniba wa.
So obema me kwaya ho. Sa enkom hye ne ho nkomo no ho. Ye free baby na ya bedu baby abedu yi. Sebe nyame bo wiase no ne ema ya ti ase ne se na nipa ne nyame na ete ho edi nkomo direct. Enti bibia no foundation it tells you senya etie ana ne nyame pe. Nyame epese one me ne wo no ne ba ono bo nkomo direct. Nyame epese one me bo nkomo direct. Na BBC yese ne yame ya ate no a nipa ne nyame ntem ebetete ye. O kan Bible no na so epese the topic bi to Bible no so a me make say the theme for the Bible God reconciling man unto himself. Obisamia.
Okay.
And only theme I be beto your SS na o kan passage na ya say the title be fato sa passage so. Title aka me de beto sa passage no so no say nyame a opese oni nipa enya direct interaction. God trying to reconciling man unto himself, and that is the most suitable thing for the Bible that we use. Enti nyame fa kwan bia so say opese oni nipa is enya direct interaction. Hey, okay, Bible na or the fa him for so your kings. In fact, starting free prophets, so major and minor prophets. Moses no money prophets akese ni dika by ba him for so be kings. Na ba judges so. The basantu follow Bible no all the things that were happening in there no nyame a all pe kwa bi so eni nipa asenya nkita hodie.
Okay.
Answer na ntimi anye ya na Yesu Kristo ba bewu ye owo kese a etwa to obewu deje ye nyina no eba ya. That is what the pastors and Bible has taught us. It was not in God's own plan say near ekwa be fa so nipa be kasa no true prophets. Sabre no aba menim say enne prophecy wo ho adwuma, but the ultimate means by which God communicates to man through the Holy Spirit. Through the Holy Spirit, you and I have gotten direct interaction with God. Sebio so bompaya, you don't need to pray through a certain prophet. Nyame beti. Nyame be ya wade sradia mawa. It doesn't have to necessarily come through a certain prophet. Nyame be ya ma. Yes, prophecy is good. The office of the prophet is very good. But Mestre say we shouldn't limit it to say nyame be kasa ajese or prophet is Debbie. Let's not do that.
Okay.
My friend yemfa Ashanti region dem ka say
Ashanti region yemfa Ashanti region na is there the top exclusive right no say ewiechna next Wednesday
next week Wednesday so be
I'm go baby
next week Wednesday be
na next Wednesday talk about the prediction presidential election results no obey prediction quickly we na ya share Asante region no
Penina no so ope
Sunyani East and West
East no and results na ba
okay
those national one nyina na melody agum e wan ne kakra answer na ba
okay
let me first split the name of constituency, okay, and then I run, okay,
so we are good to go.
We are good to go. Let me look for Sunyani East and West. Sunyani S, ABC, okay, okay, yeah, fine. So, second Sachere Shama Southtown yes Sunyani East and West so
okay for one to me 1013 one to me TV already I'm going to mame
oh I see
okay Sunyani West and East no
yes
okay
yes
all right
okay so the person is right Sunyani East quite of a challenge because undisclosed inquiry 32.3% and who be beyond disclosed
and
now 32% what be and usually the interpretation is that there is a force and not onto man as such but there's a third force confusing their choice
okay
and usually areas where undisclosed here high
32% undisclosed Sunyani East
yeah then it tells you said there is
a difference between the two
difference between the two no between the MPP and the NDC the MPP is just 2 percentage points ahead of 32-42
and independent independent no
I should think so in fact how they mean capture independent may were NDC candidate MPP candidate and then other candidate MPP candidate NDC candidate and then other candidate that is how I capture it.
I see.
In fact the same of
my goal for the independent.
Yes, no, not you can't conclude. If I say, for example, Sunyani East, for example, the reason why I think that is where the other candidate is, say, Oshe MPP candidate, no, MPP candidate Nikita 41%, NDC candidate Nikita 44%, and other candidates Nikita the remaining 18 or so percent. That tells you say a Honda Abia sa nipa no Sunyani East other candidates no high.
Okay.
Sunyani East, for example, if elections were to be held today, maybe say two questions. Baako ye community distribution.
Okay.
Second one here if elections were held today, which of the known parliamentary candidates will you vote for? Undisclosed send them kind 34.5%. NDC candidate 22.5%, MPP candidate 25.4%, now other candidate 17.7%.
Undisclosed no was
undisclosed
MPP
yes. Undisclosed 34.5. But the reason why I think Sunyani East and independent candidate
is like an independent
one. Sunyani West other candidates other candidate is 0.9%, meaning there is no other candidate. To the East, other candidates, if elections were to be held today, 17.7%, it tells you say independent candidate be and today your projected results that I check other candidate side maybe I say other candidate high marks be independent candidate be but per this results are done enemy. If elections were held on 29th October 2024, and this was going to be the results. In fact, there is a way Mitimi check undisclosed no a good and this
okay
because of earlier questions we are maybe sir and this answer Mitimi check guso I have the options to in my final presentation they have me an MPP NDC other undisclosed but I will share the undisclosed percentage onto them based on questions we are maybe
question the response
or the other.
Okay.
But I think it is Sunyani East. It is Sunyani East for
independent one.
And it is clear over here.
Yeah.
I think sir, the issue, the memo who said Sunyani East, the independent candidate, was the other candidate. Minister me at the Ache Camera, other candidate, no, a honor, only the chunk coming boarding the Casema and Factory. What the better? Had to be boarding the Casema and Sunyani East, yes,
good. Is it gonna work? Okay, the Prof Nashi.
I'll say it.
But I am called Ashanti region.
Good.
Ashanti region and Concovi.
Yeah.
The next week Wednesday, hopefully, you will have another time with Professor Smart Sarpong.
We are turnout president.
We are voter turnout. Young call the constituencies.
Yeah. Okay, cool. But let's take note, sir. Let's take note, sir. Overall turnout, no. Okay, starting consensus. All right. Into where me inside
overall turnout, may I say?
Koso kakrama and then overall turnout.
What's about Koso
kakrama? Cause like 2, no 2.
Okay.
Overall turnout, parliamentary, presidential, now 82.75%, and parliamentary 83.86%. And the rejected ballots, Ashanti region rejected ballots, a best was in the week room. Kosoka can rejected ballots.
66,922.
Absolutely.
Almost 67,000.
Yeah. Rejected ballot Ashanti region. Quantity. Ejuma ohwa SS stakeholders no.
And the voter turnout this year, what anticipate?
Yeah, the general national average, you know, and the 79.
Ashanti
region there for you.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So, Ashanti region conference in Kwani, not next week we will do it. Next week by 7 or Trasina. We have 3 hours, 3 hours. Yeah.
I see.
Afida Kwabe South.
Yes.
William Oweku Aid.
Yeah.
Parliamentary. Only by 48,000 difference. Another will made by 54,000 difference. Only needs near good roads, health center, clinic or chip compounds, public toilet, youth employment, and then market.
Now, OSHA difference in votes here 54,000. Your best have vote difference analysis. Look at the whole of ABA, Bono, and Nasa Hafo, and now Northeast, and now OT. Oka regions, the region in vote Bawumia. The difference between presidential, MPP, and NDC. I thought there be a new one constituency there
in Ashanti region.
This 54 are the Oka maybe to say Northeast, Northeast, different constituencies, but the regions are by if we are discussing it. Yeah, well, maybe one more. Out of, so for example, out of 15 constituencies are making up Upper East, about 8 of them are less than 54,000. Banna 19,000. Oko maybe at 23,000. Oko maybe at 8,000. The whole voter population for
a constituency, no, different marginal constituency be MPP put the winner.
Okay, Kabo Munasa Abia MPP nya Abia 72% ewa Ashanti region. The average will give you 72% plus you know baby percentage. But in terms of value, I am not much of value. No, that will determine what will happen at the end of the day.
Okay. Adanse Asokwa.
Yeah.
6,317 for Katie and 8,959. I'm going to concentrate on the needs, no?
Yeah.
In Ashanti region.
Yeah.
So Adanse Asokwa, school renovation, health center, 6 compound, community center, good road. Obia anka adwumasam any inflation honum. And then a figure Kwabre North. Admanko Mensa one with 9,795. Basha Bakosoka Kremame. And then another one with 10,740. So a difference of 1,000, which is I think understandable. Omediano good roads, youth employment, market center, public toilet, and a cheap compound. Okay. The next slide, in Ashanti region, Efija Setre East. Mavis in Cancer Board one with 29,241. Difference, no? I don't know. Another got 31,000. About 2,000 different, more than the parliamentary candidate. More concerns here: youth employment, good road, market center, portable water, school renovation, and a public toilet. And then Tepa, Tepa Prof.
Good.
Tepa, 2,000 difference, parliament, presidential 4,000 difference.
Yeah.
Tepa 2024, what to say? So you do that from your laptop for me.
Yeah.
It was Nkomo. Yeah. And then meeting a good road, youth employment, portable water, and skills training.
Yeah.
Communities here, Abufia so Achina Akosia say Ankase Sushaye Fautobotuso. Fautoboso. Faubotuso. Krubua Chichira Infante Tepa and Chabini. These are the now most only say I'm going to say for to now 2024 what is it?
Blue.
Thank God.
Blue, yeah. As at close of October.
Difference also.
Blue. The values are not here, but the percentages are good. Okay.
Percentages okay.
Okay. About 60% into the
blue.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Blue close to 60%, so it's fine. You set yourself out for a lose. So we
are good to go, Tepa.
Yeah. Let's go all out.
Okay. All right.
Let's go all out.
Now, for North South East Abidjama Achiwonum.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We won with 2,000 parliamentary, no. And the presidential was 3,000.
Okay.
2024, how does it look?
Also, yeah.
Blue.
Above 60%. So
above 60.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
In Southeast.
And then Southwest.
Above 60%.
Kwamidapa.
No, say above 60%. So.
Yeah, Kwamidapa.
No, say above.
Prof, what them were interest?
Oh, how say above 60%?
60%.
Presidential 77.1%. And
Bawumia.
Oh yes.
77.
Yeah.
And then the parliamentary is around 60%.
Yeah, it's above 60%.
60%.
Okay. 70%, so it's okay.
Okay. Sanjachim Central.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a crofone first. Independent candidate.
I prefer be beside you.
Unless the 3,592 na winning here. Independent net on the Facebook
within. I see.
Okay, so a crofone 2024, how does it look like?
Okay, I'm quite dancing crofone street.
Yeah.
Crofone. Okay. In fact, from my data, independent candidate in Shada need forms, sir.
Oh, sir.
Yeah. From the data I have, independent candidate in Shada need forms, sir. And I have up to 62% for NPP.
Okay.
But undecided news was 30.8%. But I mean, if the independent is having 1.9%, then it means the share of the 30.8% will not be too much for.
Right. Then Asante Achim Central, Kwame Enyimedwenchi, or the 10,000 and another got 20,000 difference. Independent,
Asante Achim Central is independent.
Yeah.
But like I said in my introductory remark, in my estimation, this next parliament will not have an independent candidate.
Independent to be
in fact, as I said,
that is good to hear.
Percentage, I was so cracked 10% for other candidates in Asante Achim Central. For other candidates, yes. If elections were to be
Asante Achim North, independent to her.
Asante Achim North.
And the appeal could be one with 10,000 difference.
And also other candidates' share of the votes not too much.
Independent, I think they are sorted from Guy.
5.5%.
Somebody among frequency, the radio station, I'm the
But Asante Achim North, for example, undecided was 23%.
23.
43. Yeah.
Undecided.
Yeah.
Asante Achim North.
North. You see, my church the way I may research in him. Your community share including about was we are Okwana who's an elbow back. And then the share no ho. And you only pan one cast I man the ballot paper man to aba. On the screen no what plot back. On the screen no so no more to aba no 43.4% and to Subi. So they wouldn't disclose number to aba no and
okay.
But we would disclose here, 48.7% HUSU MPP was Asante Achim North.
I see.
What it means is that 48.7 there, it is crossing the 50% marker.
Yeah.
And the threat of the independent candidate was just up to 5.5%.
Okay. Young jump on your share about 5 conferences there. One common was Repano.
Yeah.
Now, young far wrap it up. Young Kohi.
The next page. Okay.
Okay, but about the next page. Say na they want to na so as about good. Asante Achim South. Aswase and no. Aswase one with 20,000.
Yes.
Another one with 20,000 difference.
Muntaka one
with 20. Your mama one with 20,000. Tesobete by 10,000.
By 10,000.
2024.
Yeah, and Musubeka data na me validated. Into the local needs no ensure.
Me to Messi.
Me validate it.
Okay, validation but no say. You want to get it right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then end it nina.
Now to our own brother. Akom.
Yeah, such a friend.
Such a friend the bishop Bokosokra. Such a S into all bear last light.
So I'm assuming for an area.
Could become crana. Then go here such a friend please. Yeah, where address it should do mercy. Those that are not for us. Address it should do mercy. New to be say and then
as I say research
drop also. Okay, such a friend place.
Yeah.
We lost with 156.
Yeah.
Another one with 2,863.
NDC won with
156 votes.
Yes, NDC won the presidential.
Oh, okay, they won the presidential, but the 2,000.
Yeah.
And we know 2024.
Yes.
I also validate.
They are too tight. My validate here.
What validate here?
They are too tight contest. There is no
clear winner.
Yeah.
As at October.
Yeah, it is a tight race over there. Until Obi Anye no ho. Obi Anye no ho sexual from. They
be wearing the members of chambers. Young Kosha Edra Sechedumasi.
Edra Sechedumasi so me they are too tight.
And if you are tight.
Obi Anye no ho. Ni anye tight here new edubi.
New edubi ase.
Yeah, and no there I can.
It is coming home.
I can say Honorable George. Yeah, George Nidino Odro.
George Kofi Buahi Odro.
Absolutely.
We win the seat back.
In fact, as for New Dubiase,
as we are carrying Kopo Fantale Mobinum.
My validation for New
Dubiase. Okay, just what you do must say. Prof say validation no into tight. Drop also tight. Those seats are not for us. New Dubiase there, but was all validation maybe, and the seat is coming back home.
Yeah. Okay. I can say it.
The boss, the new Dibiasa figures for 2020. Na yanshe na afi. Okay, new Dibiasa 52 and then 47%.
Yeah.
47 for MPP, 52 for NDC. Vote difference no a year 2048. But presidential no also take a crime at the moment a difference of 1744. And you are saying that Adams and Salam will go
share a vote results no vote results no na make us maybe say two level of questions in Kronko Kekabo manu no edubiase ni nyina so the Nkro who win on each of the communities in the Neka and honorable George Drew ebe win with 50.6% of the votes. Nanka Ninia Adams Abdul Salam at the Achille with 44.9%.
Okay.
But soba Obiason Tunaba on the day of the questionnaire no honorable George Drew enya 45.8%, Ninia Adam Abdul Salam enya 33%.
Okay.
What it means is that both Omomoto Waba and just M block no so 45.8% versus 33. Still George is ahead.
Okay.
And 50.6% versus 44.9 in Nano, George is ahead. When those two sectors one is ahead, that then you can call and say the person is ahead. Yeah.
Well, I'm coming out there, but young face here na yanko Jahome extra another better also na next week Wednesday and the dog baba no also dog no come could be 5-6 Prof everybody no we can go through the 2 hours but 3 hours there we will be able to do the 276 conferences now we are prediction on the presidential election results and I'm going to say let me admit now
bio ediba RAZ Media GH so busia ajebo wajano ayeden aba waba show we video number na we according to Professor Sarpong MPP is leading by huge margin of numbers. Yeah, you person you miss out and say and then your first time on this platform about more than a subscriber. Said they a bad life for be one of the first people to be with us. Now your beautiful license to ma, but to me anya kwanya afre edi ayede achre wadwen. Abusian for yeda munyina ase and is a bio bra munya aye ene yen ebe show way. We thank you all, but what I will tell you is to subscribe. Frank Prempe, according to Professor Sarpong say German South we are winning. MPP is winning. Whatever his name is winning the seat back from NDC candidate. Abusia, Yadimubesiya, a higher RAZ Media Meeting and Mr. Mafo. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you also ring the notification tune. You better sign